Baseball, unlike football and basketball, it's a long grind, 162 games. Basketball is a bit of a grind, but it's definitely not like football. We use a lot of situational analysis when handicapping football, but we don't do so as much with baseball. But one angle we always makes our short list, I think for many cappers on Monday, is to fade that Sunday night ESPN game, whichever teams play. Now, the Orioles are not playing today on Monday, but the Astros are, and this does not look like a good spot for Houston for several reasons. First of all, a big win last night, Sunday Night Baseball at Baltimore. The Astros are pulling away in that AL West. To put things in perspective, this is a Houston team that started the season 7-19, really underachieved. Since then, they've gone 63-41. That's over a 60% win percentage. No team in baseball this year has won 60% of the games overall. So the Astros have really been the best team in baseball over the last 100 games after that slow start. And they're 4.5 ahead in the division. I think they exhale a little bit tonight. And I have no problem backing Dan Alexander's Philadelphia Phillies, 22 games above 500. For most of the season, they were the best team in baseball. I still think they might be. And this is a good situational spot for Philly tonight at home against an Astros team that might be a little bit flat. Money line's about a minus $1.60, $1.65. Once it gets to that range, I usually start looking at the run line, minus 1.5, plus 130. That's actually my official free play tonight, a game that was just a bit outside from making the cut at WagerTalk.com. I've got one strong best bet tonight for $5, special $5 Monday special, and this was the second game on my list, Phillies minus 1.5 run line, so I wanted to give it to everybody free here on WagerTalk TV. Also have no problem backing Zack Wheeler on the mound, and my pitcher projection ratings look for him to have a good outing tonight, giving up only about 2 runs in over 6 innings. Houston's lineup, by the way, has hit just 4 for 24, 167 career against Wheeler, and Ronel Blanco is a guy that vastly overachieved. Even though the Astros were underachieving early, Blanco was overachieving. He got caught for cheating. He's been okay, actually, since. He's definitely been better this season, but I still project him to have an ERA of over 4.7 in this game tonight. So I like the pitching edge, like the situational setup. Phillies either minus 160, 65 money line or minus 1.5 plus 130, I think is the better value on the run line.
Of course, the Phillies with travel as well. They played in Kansas City yesterday. They didn't play at night. But I want to ask you about the Phillies' home field edge at Citizens Bank Ballpark, because there hasn't been much of one lately. It feels like we're laying a price for a team that doesn't have much of a home field edge right now. Prior to the All-Star break, they lose 2 out of 3 to the A's. They come out of the All-Star break, lose a series at home to the Guardians, get swept at home by the Yankees, return home, split a series with Miami. Now last series out, they did beat Washington, but they lose the finale of that game. It's not a team that's playing great baseball at home right now. Is that a factor for you at all? Do we worry about home road splits? Do we worry about teams slumping at home a little bit as we come down the stretch of the MLB campaign?
I don't focus too much on home road splits. And it's interesting that Philly just played Kansas City because the Royals will probably have the most extreme home road dichotomy this year in baseball. And Philly just won both games Saturday and Sunday, as you know there. And by the way, Kansas City, 41 home wins. That's one behind Philly, 42, Dodgers 43. So Philly still the second most home wins in baseball this season. And the fact they're coming back home, Teddy, without rest, I think this is almost more of a road game. There's not that day off distraction we always talk about after road trips. So it does not concern me tonight. And if anything, maybe we're getting a little bit of value because of it.
Steve Merrill. Steve, it's Customer Appreciation Day, $5 for one play. I just put mine up right before the show started. We'll talk about that in a sec. What do you have going for the clients?
Baseball is going well, to say the least. 10-1 the last 11, 13-2 the last 15. Number one over the last 3 days, 5-0 at WagerTalk.com, 8-1 over the past week. And most importantly, longer term, the last 30 days, 28-12 in baseball, up 58 units, number one at WagerTalk.com. Normally, my top play tonight is $25, but you get an instant 80% discount because it is Customer Appreciation Monday, which means my top best bet, a strong steamroller blowout, is just $5 tonight. Just $5 for my strongest baseball play, and I'm on a 10-1, longer term 13-2, and over the past month, 28-12 baseball runs. Hey, if you've been sitting on the sidelines and missing out, shame on you. Get a $5 best bet tonight right now. Steve Merrill, WagerTalk.com. You can get there quicker with shortcut WT.buzz/SM.